sticks climb, then they fall like rain. My portfolio's a ghost, no one to explain. Lonely days, trading in the void. Charts don't lie, but they don't make a noise. I watch the ticks, they dance in the dark. No likes, no comments, just my beating heart. Full port, empty room, what's the cost? Is this a profit or just a lost cause? Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. No audience claps, no one to cheer. Just me in the market, year after year. My phone pings once a spam email plea. Boost your followers, be a celebrity. I delete it fast like a bad trade gone wrong. Cause my world's in the lines where the trends belong. Volume spikes, then it drops to a crawl. I sip cold coffee, stare at the wall. Lonely days, but I can't look away. This is my life, for better or worse, okay? I watch the ticks, they dance in the dark. No likes, no comments, just my beating heart. Full port, empty room, what's the cost? Is this a profit or just a lost cause? Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. Maybe I should log off, go outside.
What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Oh my goodness. Just getting the last few couple things set up here to make sure my screens and stuff look okay. Yep. So we did not get our full amount yesterday. So hopefully today we can grab that. That's the only thing about the opening, guys. Sometimes that thing can be pretty wild. No. As right now, I kind of like the move to the upside. I'm just hoping that we don't have like a massive candle starting out this morning. I feel like we have a lot of little consolidation pockets, basically all the way back down to 300. We still got that gap fill in between the 420 and the 430s, and we got the data high up at 470, 480. So this is why we're kind of liking the upside this morning. Would like to get that classic wig back down and pop back up. Weeks. I almost threw my water bottle off the desk. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for watching. You can see we got a lot of resistance right here on this hourly candle. So this is why I was kind of like in the highs here. We just don't need this to be I want to have a nice tight 15-minute candle this morning where it's no more than 40 points. This way, if it stays in this area, we will, man, the only thing that worries me and don't worry me is we already ran that 4-hour candle. I don't know if we need to pull back down to rerun fairly equal lows on the hourly candle back down at 360. So this would be one of these mornings I would like to see kind of like a wick down and a pop out. To me, those are like my favorite trades to take on the early morning stuff. And we completely missed yesterday trades. That damn thing just went straight to the moon, like 200 points. The first 5-minute print candle was a little difficult to join on because of such the large wick. And a lot of times, I don't like to join on those big wicks on the 5-minute candles. And even though the wick didn't look that big, it was roughly almost 30 to 40 point wick. So it was up there. Oh, goodness. This will be the nighttime Friday. So get to tonight's stream and we'll be done streaming for the evenings. And we will be back tomorrow for the morning shift. Looking at Rico candles, we're also kind of pointing to the upside. I think you only got to like 450s or so before we start running to some resistance. We got a massive 5-minute order block up there. We also got a 5-minute trend line to the downside. Now, it's very tempting. I don't know how much I feel comfortable with my funded account is to take a really nice bounce off the 300 this morning. There's a lot of resistance sitting down at the 300s. We don't have any more news the rest of the morning. We did have unemployment numbers this morning at 8:30, but rest of the day is going to be a no news day. So I'm hoping we get a more normal day. Yesterday's market sucked. The day before was okay. Monday, I think, was fine, but yesterday was horrible. I have those one days that I call like survival days where I'm like, all right, we just need to survive today, get through this choppy ass price action without blowing our account up or, blowing up. We're going to blow up evals here and there because those are you're usually a little bit more aggressive on, most of them. But our first two priorities this morning is looking for one funded trade because our other funded trade is still locked up. I need to take a flip day on my one funded accounts because we don't want it to be, don't want it to get shut down. Let's see her. All right. Getting the last few little couple things set up and should be ready to go. Our 15-minute candle is about to be set. That's what we usually take our trade off of, is based off this 15-minute candle. We still got 5 minutes, and this thing's already roughly 25 points. We really don't want to get it past the 50 too much, or even the 60s. Maybe we can rerun this hourly low here, and this will hold up, and this way we can have a somewhat of a 50% stop loss if we take the move off of the 15 minutes here this morning. A lot of support here on the hourly candle. You can kind of see all these wicks here around the 50s. Like I said, I would like to see us run this hourly candle here at the opening, then blast back out the top to fill in those gaps. What's up, World of Wolf? How are you doing? World of Wars, how are you doing? Oh my goodness. Like I said, we're still a fan of the move to the upside. We're looking for that gap fill in the data run up tomorrow, from yesterday. We got that data wick sitting up there at this 440s. I mean, what is that? Actually, let me see. 495. So that's kind of where we're hoping to look for our move this morning. I want to see a blast back up through the 400 since we've already hit the 400 once. I just want to see a wick out the bottom, then just a blast. Yesterday, we completely missed the opening trade, so all we can do is sit there and watch. And it's like that sometimes. You're not going to catch that every day. And if you feel like you missed it, man, just sit there and watch it and wait for the next day, unfortunately. I think we still ended up taking a trade on my funded, but I think we only got like $60. So didn't really make too much on the fundeds, even though we're only looking for 120 a day on each funded account. World, are you trading this morning? Or are you just kind of just watching? All right, we got 1 minute left for our candle to be set, and that's going to be a really nice stop loss this morning. You're only looking at what, 67, 66 to, I mean, less than a 20-point stop loss on the breakout, the 15-minute candle. Even though I don't like the move to the bottom side, I like the move to the top side. So I will not take the bottom one until I know that we can break back below those 300s. So look, you have all this consolidation here, consolidation here, consolidation here. So this is why we're feeling the move to the upside this morning. There's just so much consolidation. I feel like if it goes down there, it's just going to be, that's why I'm thinking maybe we get a quick wick into this area. And I just feel like we have more of a draw to the upside with that gap fill in from last night. So we have a daily gap fill in possible up to the 440s. And we have a data wick from yesterday up at the 495s. And we've already hit the 400 once. So, 400, we've already hit the whole number multiple times. So we don't have to worry about that first push into the whole number. We've already been there. So if we do take the breakout, my stop loss will have to go here. So looking at a less than 15-point stop loss this morning. So very low risk trade on the breakout. Oh my goodness. Oh. No one will run away. What do we still got? Still got about 13 more minutes. If anything, I'd rather it break out to the downside. What's up, fish lips? I want to get that move to the upside this morning. So right now, I'm going to be, if we stay within this 15 minutes, I'm definitely going to be looking for the move to the upside. We just needed to stay in this area. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for too. 420 to 440. I wouldn't mind seeing us run at the opening. I wouldn't mind seeing us do a quick wick down to like maybe the 50, maybe the 50% of this hourly candle where you have all these 5-minute candles sitting, then to blast back out the upside. Dude, nice call out on that low last night. You were like, dude, it's not getting back behind below that 90. And it just went straight up all night, man. I was like, oh, fish lips called out the low last night. All right. Oh my goodness. I feel stuffy today. But I think we're having like weather change, so it's messing with my sinuses today. I think we're supposed to get rain for like 4 or 5 straight days next week. No, don't blast up there now. Hold on, NQ. You got 10 more minutes. We just need consolidation, guys. Just consolidations for 10 more minutes. Don't blast. Do not blast this quick. We retested those the top of all those 5-minute candles down around the 50s and 60s. Don't do it, NQ. Man, that looks super bullish there. Let's see here. Or is that even an order block? Man. So we still got a whole 10 minutes. Like I said, we're definitely bullish to the upside this morning. The only way that we would change our bias if we can lose the 300s to 390s. If you kind of go back to the left from last night, look at all this consolidation here in the 300s area. So you could have an insane bounce off that 300 this morning. Or the fish slips 325. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. Woo, this staying up lately, super late fish slips, I feel like it's catching up with me a little bit. During the week when I'm streaming at night times, I'm only sleeping like 4 or 5 hours a night because I'm getting back up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5. Most of the morning's 4. So I definitely feel it a little bit the next day. Goal today is just to get that 1 funded trade, maybe 2 funded trades. Then a Lucifer trade and a Bulanox trade. Then if we can squeeze an Apex trade in there, we will. Which it looks like we have equal lows. This 50 area would be a really nice pullback area. There's about 5 or 6 candles in that area for pullback. You think we get that 25 push first? All right. Ran those previous hourly candles. So we almost had equal lows sitting there at those 60s on that hourly candle. That's the, what, 50% of the 15 minutes. All right, about to have our next 5-minute candle. Remember, we're bullish this morning, guys. We're bullish, so I'm trying to only look for longs this morning, unless we get back below 300. We should run some resistance at 55 here. I wouldn't mind seeing us push up first thing this morning, unless we go down and hit the 300s first. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing us push up, take out the data wick, take out the fill in the gap, then come back down and rerun the 300s. What's up, KC? How are you doing? Or KG, how are you doing today? Thank you guys for the likes and follows today. I much appreciate it. Thank you for the follow night. We're doing good. We're just trying to knock out our opening day trade. We pretty much missed the opening trade yesterday because it just popped so fast. So all we can do is sit there and watch it. I think we ended up finding a little entry, but we only took $60, and that was really the only thing we took on the fundage yesterday. Yesterday was so choppy and grindy that we just chose to stay out of it yesterday for most part. We tried a little bitty trades here and there, but nothing got going, so we just didn't push it. So, whew. So that 25 would be a good run this morning. Just because you're running that previously 4-hour candle. So if it would just wick down there, kind of run that 25 off of that next 4-hour candle, I could see that being definitely a nice long spot there possible. You may get that fish lips. That 25 is in a really nice spot, dude. It's sitting right on top of a 4-hour candle. Right here. So that's very, very tempting there, fish lips. Woo! Man. Yeah, no kidding. It's like yum yum. That's a good one. All right, what do we got? 40 seconds left here, guys. 40 seconds. We're in the last minute here before the market opens. Do we get fireworks or do we break out just Snelling where it's just super, super slow? Definitely don't want to get caught in no nasty wick action. All right. Seconds. There's the 25. Let's see if we get through that or not. See if that 4-hour candle holds. Then next level support is going to be your 300. Wow, we're just going to... There's your last kind of line of defense. That for longs, you really don't want to lose the 300s. Dude, I can't believe the 25 just got blasted like that. I still think we're coming back up. You got an order block and a pivot at the 99, so... We just ran that other 4-hour candle. Nice reversal. It's still holding up. Need to hold up this order block here / a pivot here at the 89. Triple bottom at 66. You caught that long off the pre-market? Yeah, I was hoping that we would bounce off the 300s or 325s this morning. Dude, second morning in a row that we've just freaking dumped like crazy. Except the other day we went straight up. What sucks, man, we could dump hard here. Looking for that pivot to kind of hold up there. And that pivot will be my stop loss. First target. Come on, give me the 25. Oh, just a little bit more. Okay. Whew. All right. Got my 30 points there, guys. Got the 30 points. That little blue line that you see there, that was a pivot, and we were waiting for that pivot to get hit, and that's when we placed our order. Once I saw that pivot get hit, we're like, okay, we're going to take this short. We put our entry at the 65, and there's a reason I put it at the 65. It wasn't just like, oh, let me just put it right here. So what I was thinking of that is, like I said, I trade in between whole numbers. I'm thinking if the pivot holds, we get another 50 push. So that's why, because I'm just looking for that first 15 points. After that, if you're fortunate enough to get your 30 points, it's a bonus. So we did not get the entry we wanted this morning. We wanted to see the wick down to that 25, where the 300 was, then just blast back out the top. Though it's insane to say, but we could go all the way down to the 160s here and rerun this big move from yesterday. All right, we're switching over to an eval here, guys. $70 will be, shit, I'm at that 75. That might be a 50 to 75 hit. Back above 75, we'll just change our bias. Dirty, dirty. Like I said, switching over to eval. Would that go back up to that pivot again? To me, it still looks like we're moving down to the downside. Like I said, guys, we're switching over to our eval. We're going to see if we can find some elusive trades. We're a little bit red on the elusive. Dude, nice long off that 25 fish slips if you grab that long. Now, if we break back above this pivot and that orange line, because that's been kind of the line in the sand for me. You see, we're just kind of bouncing off of that area. Ooh. Trying to hold on to my runner here. Damn it. Did I take that on a mini? Whoa. I think I accidentally took that on a mini. What? Holy crap. Oh. Oh, I did. Holy crap. Ooh. Woo. I just got so lucky, guys. So lucky. I was on 2 minis. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh my God. Oh goodness. That almost been a horrible, horrible mistake. Why did that do that? We can always use a little luck. We could always use a little luck here, guys. So I am taking my entries. You know, I've mentioned this before. Most of my evals I take off my Rico candles, guys. So that's why they look a little weird. I know I repeat this every day, but I know when you're looking at this, it looks to me weird when I'm taking this. So basically what it is, we're taking pullbacks on Rico. So basically once it pulls back and once it drops, we enter no matter what. It's just straight mechanical. I gotta make sure this is saved right, man. Fish lips, where are you at this morning? Did you grab? Are you still in short or are you in long, fish lips? The way my ATM strategy is set up, guys, on my eval, we're looking for 10 points in runners. So we will get stopped out quite a bit on most of our runners. So it's just 150 long. It's just the way it is. Dude, you don't. Let's see here. Right now, the Rico charts, we're just kind of chopping sideways. And the only entry that I'm like super strict about when we enter is that very first trade that you guys saw me take. After that first trade, what my fund did, when I say, hey, we're switching over to eval, my trades will be a little bit more aggressive. So we will try a few more extra spots looking for those breakouts. Woo! I didn't know if we would rerun this whole move back to the 160s. That's the only thing I wasn't sure about. This is that whole move from yesterday. Look, this breakout. We got a gap filling all the way down at 160. So that's what I was trying to get an enter into a while ago. That last long that we got into, that's what we wanted to target, that 160s down there. So this would be your first 10 hits. So you'd want to see it kind of wig back up. Then maybe it'll let us get back in. We were going to try another. I mean, right now we're just kind of making lower highs. I mean, we just cannot break over. If you're watching the Rico candles, basically we're just making lower highs. We're just stepping down. You almost need to push back above the 70s here and get back above that 300 for longs. And this what let me tell you what's making it really tough to hold runners is the 40 and 50 point pullbacks. So even if you got your 10 points here, trying to hold that pullback would be insane. If we print back above 33, I will close this trade. 33 is my line in the sand here. Just so you know where my line in the sand is, 30. 33 is my line in the sand. All right, line in the sand's down to 30. Now, we could bounce hard off this 200 here. That's the only dirty part about this because we're getting massive pullbacks. If we can pull back in my 21 holds, I will add. I'm looking for that 80, maybe even 75 to get hit here. There's your first 200 hit. Anticipate some kind of rejection. We're at a whole number, so that's normal. So even a pushback up to 25 here is very possible, or even the 50. So that's the only thing. The stop losses have had to be pretty big here today. If I can lose the 90s, you know what? We're going to shoot for 75. I ain't going to be stupid here. Got to lose the 90s here. 90s could bounce back up to 210. Thank you, server. There's your 10. Now we could reject and just go flying back up. Trying to get an extra 50 bucks out of this. Runner may get stopped out. We were trying to add here. Oh, actually, 18 should be my thing. Oh, there's 18. Through 18, we're probably going back to the 50s. All right. Like I said, guys, we're on evals. I don't recommend following these trades with your funded accounts. So the ES is probably going to run into some resistance here at the 44. So if the ES runs into resistance here at the 44, we can look for another possible short here. Sounds good, server. Have a good day. Man, these pullbacks have been insane. What do we got? Another 5 minutes before the hourly candle. So I was thinking the 460s is what I wanted to target on that last run there. I was trying to even add into it for like another 5 or 10 points because that's that full whole move from yesterday. Still not the best looking price action on the 5 minutes. The 5 minute looks ugly, guys. Go to break even real quick on this. There we go. Woo! Sorry, I had to do that one quick. I just need to put my stop loss where it needs to be. Back above 8, we're going back up. What's up, Trader with Jack? Scaling the one. It's going good so far, Bay. I did get lucky on one trade this morning. For some reason, I had that crap on 20 micros. So I went in with 2 minis. Woo, we got lucky. So lucky on that one. Dude, we keep our runner's been popped every time, man. Like the runner, I just cannot get anything on the runner to go today. I think that's like my 3rd or 4th straight runner that's been stopped out. Like every runner is getting just trashed on at the moment. The only count I cared about this morning was my funded accounts, and we made our money on that one, which was the 120. So that's this one. So that means I'm $1,000 from another payout. I'm hoping I can get that account. Then when I get my other account back, we can trade them fairly close together, and hopefully we can get both of them to pay out about the same time. Oh, I knew that was going to keep going down, man. God, man. These pullbacks are insane today. I'm trying to keep a decent stop loss on these pullbacks, but there comes that 60 level. That's what we've been looking for. You gonna look for a long off that 50? Shoot, we may join in with you. Let's see. Let me scale down some though. Let me scale down. Dude, there's just no, like, do we just get in dump fest the rest of the day? Previous day high, man. I don't see how we don't bounce off these hundreds here. There's your 50 level. A lot of wicks right there too, so nice 50 call out. Woo. Might only hit that 75 in reverse though here, guys. So that's a possibility. That's okay. My runners will just get stopped out. Yeah, I took the 50 long. Well, I got long at 55. I don't know. I feel like 200 is maybe the safe place. What possible target are you looking for on this one, Fish Lips? What's up, hello teacher? How are you doing? All the way back up? That 75 up there is the midway point. That's the 50% pullback. We'll see. I'll put it where it needs to be. I mean, we're sitting on the previous day low right here. Right now, we're just still in this for 1 micro, guys. So we're still in this trade really cheap. So right now, we're just risking $60 on this trade. So very, very low risk for me at the moment. Unless we get tagged in those 5 contracts up there at 78. Oh, we're still at the low down here, so the next low would probably, for my long, I would probably take a long off the whole number at the 100. There's a lot of consolidation down there. Like I said, we're just in 1 micro. We're doing good today, Nathaniel. We're up pretty big so far, but some of this was from yesterday. We're up 120. This is the only count that really matters to me, is the 120. These are just eval trades here. That's my only trade that I look for where I'm like, this is the trade that I think I'm going to get my 30 points out of. My eval trades, they're a little bit more on the aggressive side, and that's why I tell you guys that, because I don't want you using your funded accounts, following my eval trades, because they're not the trades that I'm going to be looking for. Like, I think this is going to be the one, because most of the time I'm over here taking my eval trades on my Rico candles. What are you thinking here, guy? Might get ran right here, guys. So right now we're just in this trade for $60. So if we get stopped out, we'll be out $60 on our eval. Was that the fake out? Was that the fake out? Connor, we are trading MNQ, which is micros. They're $2 a point. So it's either $2 a point or 50 cents a tick. Then if you want to trade minis, that is $20 a point, and that's $5 a tick. But I'm trading 25Ks and what do you want to call it? 50Ks, and $20 a point is way over leveraging for me. It will wreck my accounts because all you got to do is have one bad trade and you're out $400-500 just on a 25 point stop loss. So it's just, to me, it's a lot easier, a lot less stressful to trade with micros. You can make a lot in micros. I mean, the NQ is, dude, this thing will whip 100 points out of nowhere, and that's like $200. Or actually $400. Yeah, this is Ninja. I can squish it back down. I was just trying to zoom into it because we've sold off freaking 150 points, 200 points. So that entry where my 75 is, guys, that is the 50% move of this total move. This is Ninja Trader. And like I said, may get stopped out on our runner here. We got stopped out on our runner. And that was one micro. Oh, shoot. I want to take a trade off this 100 level too. See if we can get a bounce. Man, no bounce. Is this thing just going to go through it? We're just going to risk 10 points on this. So it'll either be a stop out and we'll just have to re-enter because it could bounce off those 80s to 75s. It looks like it still wants to push. I don't guess we're supporting no levels today, guys. It's been one of those days where no level is being supported. I still like the longs back at 100, back above 100 here. Fish slips, this thing's just blasting every level today, man. Yeah, I heard that sometimes we get a crazy pullback after NVIDIA numbers. I mean, dude, we're just blasting all support and resistance here. I mean, look at all this consolidation here. I mean, it's not even stopping. Most days you get a bounce out of that area, but not today, man. Today, this thing is just on a run. The next thing we can look for is possibly the 25,000 bounce. previous day open here at the 520s. Man, we're all the way back down to the previous day open. That's just insane. All right, the ES did find some support here. This is ES's line in the sand, guys. It's back down to that 90 or 6904. So maybe we can finally get the push back up here. That's a lot of hourly candles, man. This thing is just still blasting. Yeah, dude, it's not respecting no levels today, guys. All right, previous day low here at the 92. Woo, that thing is no respect at all on the ES, dude. This thing's just still on a roll. Holy crap. Come on, push. There's your... What's up, Trader with Jack? Dude, it just blasted those levels. The ES didn't even blink an eye, guys. Is this the last line in the sand at the 95 for the ES? So ES has got to hold 95 here if we're going to be pushing back up. Right now, we're kind of... The account that we're whipping around is this eval here on the Bulanox accounts. Man, guys, might be one of these deals you either have to just go and just jump in short and just ride it to wherever, how far, because the longs are just not working today. It's blasting every single level. The next level of support for the ES is all the way down to the 70. I mean, 25 points on the ES compared to the NASDAQ. That means, dude, we could just be crazy boner candle to the downside still left. Who won the live? Yeah, Ray, it's blasting every level all the way down, dude. It's not holding whole numbers. It's not holding up consolidation or anything. It's just blasting through it. It's just one of those dump fest type moves today. And all you can do is either lucky to be on the right side of it or sit here and watch it. But man, if that ES can recover, we still may have to watch this thing go down quite a bit. Because like I said, if the ES gets through the 90s here, nothing is stopping the ES to go down another 20 points to the 70s. ES just hit the 90s. $50 to $75. Nice. Though, like I said, I don't see anything stopping the ES, guys. This is the ES charts that we're watching off to the side here. And this thing's just on a complete free fall. The next resistance is all the way down here at the 70 level. Yeah, 125 points straight through with nothing stopping it. What we can do is we can hop in short, and that should slow it down. So 25, looking for a 50 bounce here. Dude, we still got 40 minutes left on this hourly candle. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's either going to be a massive big boner candle all the way down, just blowing the levels all the way up. We still got about 10 points for resistance on the ES. Come on, ES. Give us a break. Dude. All right, we're about to hit major resistance on the ES here, guys. These are all hourly candles on the ES. So we could possibly finally get a bounce spot here. Time is it? What was that, a 900 bounce? Yeah, 900 bounce. I'm waiting to see if the ES is going to hit. Oh, it hit the first top of that wick. Come on, can we recovery here? Dude. What the crap? Right now, we're just kind of waiting to see if the ES is going to take out the 70 levels, or do we finally start getting the move back up here? Possibly could get a 260 pullback here up to that 259 area. We're still watching the ES over here on these other charts. We're just waiting to see if the NQ, we're just waiting to see if the ES is going to get through this consolidation, or do we finally start bouncing here? You got to get through the 57s for us to continue higher here on the NQ. That would be 75. So then you would look for a 50 pushback. Then if we're going to continue higher, you want to break back above 50. Nope. It hit the 75s hard, then freaking ripped back 50 points. The whole number trades are insane, guys. It's insane how insane that works. 75 is insane. We'll bring it back on the NQ in a minute. What we're doing is just waiting to see if we're going to get through the lows down here. Right now, guys, we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Not really a lot to do here. We just got to be patient, just wait and see what happens. I'm anticipating in some kind of bounce out of the 70s here. I mean, that's a lot of hourly candles. I just don't see how we don't bounce out of that area. Another wick right there. Is there anybody in a position right now? Is everybody still sitting on the sideline? Well, we're about to break that 50 EMA here. You're in short. Nice. Where are you in short from? Havoc. Started at 25,200. Oh, nice, man. What a nice short. Dude, right now we're getting 60-point pullbacks. So, pretty insane pullbacks at the moment. So I don't accidentally hit my stuff here. We're looking for us to finally run into these 70s on the ES over here. I don't think we've had any news fish slips. Personally, I think we slowed down at the 850. 850. Okay. Nice short, though. I want to say my original short came from below that pivot back at the 90 up there. I think it was right. I don't remember the exact number, but it was way back up there. It's really hard to jump in these right now because you don't realize how big the candles are. So if you're on the wrong side of one of these candles, you're just effed. I mean, they're like 40 to 50 point pullbacks. What's up, JV Joe? How are you doing? Right now, we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines watching. There's not really anything for us to do because we're just having massive just rejection. I was waiting for us to see if we would push into this zone here on the ES to see if we can find support. This is your 1 hour candle on the ES. As you can see, this thing still has 25 more minutes, 28 more minutes to, it's the MNQ. So these are micros. We're trading prop firms on like smaller accounts like the 25Ks and 50Ks. We've taken one funded trade today. Then the rest have been just evaluation trades. Just to get an idea of how much I left on the table this morning, Joe, I got short up here right below 300. My first entry short was up there at like 265 265 was my original short entry. But I was only looking for 30 points though. I wasn't looking for the bigger move. I was only looking for 30 points. But it's one of those deals. Some days like, ooh, at least I got my 30 points. We only want 40 or 50 points. I mean, there's no way for me to predict that we're going to sell off freaking this many points. So let me go to the I like to see us wick through this area, then try to recover this area. The euro can go down more. Man, did we finally start moving back up, man? Whew. This is another possible turn down spot right here, guys. So need to like break above the 35s and find support back above the 35s on the ES, the 930s, 935s. So we did break above that 35 area. You need to really break this swing right here. And we did hit that 70 on the ES, so this could be our possible reversal here. Now, if the ES can recover like those 04s or something, like the 900s, it should just be a possible boner candle back to the top side. We bounced off that area that we sat here and watched forever. Look, guys, we hit right into that 70 level. Maybe we can finally look for an entry now. I got to make sure I'm on the right account. We don't want to make a mistake. That would be what, 75 hits. So this is where you want to see a pullback, maybe back to 50. We got the previous day low at 92, so I'm not sure how well we would get through those 92s. Dude, the ES is still looking very, very bullish right now. Kind of waiting to see what happens with this previous day low here. Do we make it through this previous day low? Because this could be a really like nasty turn down spot here at this low, previous day low. see if we. Still very iffy here, guys. Very iffy still. Oh, I couldn't get to it. Come on. I was thinking the second push would get us through. Remember, this thing could dump really hard off this previous day low. Oh, like I just said, it could dump hard off the previous day low. That took us back down to 400. So we're still green, but like I said, we're definitely going back and forth quite a bit. Oh, now is it going to do the pullback then go? Oh, you dirty girl, you. Dirty, dirty girl. Confirming the bullish price. Yeah, we were just trying to catch that quick breakout above it. Unfortunately, it's probably going to go now. Still just kind of just fighting that previous day low. Yeah, this is these are micros. This is the MNQ. Just a little bit on the early side. We're on the 5 minutes. Ooh, if the ES we can recover these 04s, man, that should get the bulls back in charge. What's Methodical Man doing over there? Sound like he said he's on the struggle bus today. Make no. Yeah, usually I'm looking for 10 points in runners. So my ATR is set up on a quick 10 points. And this way, our last runner, I got it sitting at 30, but we can always look for more depending on the price action. And this way, I can still have a negative RR. It says you're getting trapped longs. I mean, I feel like we keep moving higher here. I just got to make sure I'm on the right account here. Come enter the giveaway. We don't enter giveaways, man. Did I just wick up there? Up my big pops. Up. Down to 1 micro here. Yeah, we're at the previous day open here. I was thinking that we would, if we can continue, if we can hopefully bounce here off the 92s. I got 1 micro left. We lose the 92s, we're probably going back down. There's a lot of resistance here at the 92. I'm hoping these wicks over here save me. I got about 4 candles here. Ooh. Like I said, 1 micro left. We lose the 92s here. It's more likely big pullback, 50% pullback, all the way back even to the 30s, kind of filling that gap down there. 80 will be our last line of defense here. Toot. Was able to find 5 more contracts off of that. Like I said, 80 was the line in the sand there on that pullback. We won't get another chance at the 80 level. If it loses the 80 this time, it's going back down. We only get usually one chance. So if we can't push, it's going to probably come back and go through that 80 level that we had marked out. We're still in this for 1 micro at the moment. Uh-oh. We'll give it a tad bit space. Tad bit. Time is it? 11 o'clock. So far, it's been an okay day. We've been getting hit hard with freaking fees on the Bulinox account. I think we have like probably about $200 and something in fees because we've taken a lot of micro trades. The only account that matters to me is this one right here, the funded account. So we still need $1,000 more in the funded account to reach the payout. Actually, 1,070 for $1,000 payout on that one. Like I said, that's really the only account that matters to me, like what I'm really like looking for my entries. So on that one, what we're doing is we're looking for $120 a day. And that means you can make $1,000 every 7 or 8 days, maybe 10 if you throw in a loser here or there. Oh my door. Let's see. I don't know where the 50% is. Fish Lips, you know where the 50% of this move is back to the upside? Ah, dang it. Like I said, we lose those 92s, 80s areas. We're going back down. $25,100. Okay. Uh-oh. We're so close. We lose that 80, guys. It's back. It's a deeper pullback. And that's my line in the sand. Like I said, just 1 micro left. We started off with 10, I think. So right now you got to think, even if we take a loss here, so what is that? 10 plus 25, 35. So $70 for the 1 micro if we get stopped out. Uh-oh, we just lost it. Just lost our 80. Still finding some resistance at the 80 levels. But I don't know how many times it's going to hold. It's been hit so many times, guys. Dude, if this thing can blast the 25s, we're going to the moon. This thing's, we need it to blast those previous day opens. Man, I almost wish I added 5 more contracts there. Look for another like $50 or something. Oh, shoot. The ES just recovered the 04s, guys. Come on. Let's rocket ship now. Come on. ES just recovered the freaking 04s. Come on. We need to get through this. We need to get through these equal highs up here. So we can keep on blasting. Oh, you're thinking that we're going to have to pull back down into this fair value gap on the 5 minutes right here, down to the 50? This one here. So we do have this gap fill in back down here. I think that's the one you're talking about, right? We could look for another entry here if we do have that little deep pullback to the 40s and 50s. My goodness, there's a lot of equal highs sitting there. That's going to be a really nice long if we do get that pullback down to that area. Some of this was from last night, so it's not all from the day. The only P&L that matters to me is my funded P&L. 120, 345 by mistake, and 879, which, like I said, this was been traded over multiple from last night. And I've gone up and down quite a bit. I mean, I've lost 200, make 200, lose 300. Like, I've been going in pretty aggressively with that eval. Dude, if we do get the pullback to that fair value gap into the 50s, man, we will look for a long out of that area because we got like quadruple, almost equal highs sitting up here at the 20s, man. Woo. Quadruple. But like I said, the only count that really matters to me is that one I made 120 on because that's my funded account. I'm going to take my stop out. I'm not going to. I'll just let. We're just in this for one micro. So if we get stopped out, we're in it for like $40 or something because we already sold most of all of our contracts off. This is just my runner left over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Is it going to break it? Oh. Dude, insane. Woo, you don't get too many like wicks like that where we're just stacked up on the wicks. Looking nice. Just modify the trade for take profit or stop loss. Oh. Most of my trades are just taking off support and resistance and pullbacks. Evals, I do more of a pullback type entries on breakouts and looking for levels. Or buying into, buying in discount. Or selling in discount. This morning, our funded trade was taken off the pivots. So we follow pivots. So I can go back and show you what we were looking for when we took our funded trade this morning. And that was one we were actually short up there around, 265 is where we got short from for our first short. So definitely left a lot on the table today. But like any day, you don't realize that we're going to be going down this far. Dude, trust me, Max, dude, it took me forever to get used to. You almost got to have the attitude, if you take a loss, you take a loss, man. Especially on evaluations. Don't let losses on evaluations affect you. It just takes time. The same with my funded accounts. It took me forever to get comfortable trading my funded accounts every day. I used to not trade them every day. I would be like just super like, I guess basically you say I was scared to trade them just because I didn't want to take losses. And it just takes a minute to get past that level where you just got to say, screw it. If it loses, it loses. You just got to say, okay, this is my setup. This is what I'm looking for. And just look for your 15 to 30 points. At least that's what I do on my fundeds. So like I said, mostly all my entries are taking off some kind of support and resistance. And this morning we're looking for flat. And this thing still could pull back. We got this big gap back to the downside that we could run back down there. And you got to think I'm only in one micro. So if we do take the loss, it's only like $60 of our account. But if you're over leveraged, it definitely can be, you know, it makes it a little scarier when you're going in over leveraged. So this is how we entered this trade this morning. So here are the just standard pivots. So basically we broke below that pivot. We retested the pivot and we got short on the move. We were actually short about 65 this morning was our first short entry. And I had that pivot as my stop loss. And we just took 15 points and a runner. Hey, to lose only $80 on silver, I don't even know how that's even. I thought silver's was insane. Like it doesn't take very much move on silver to get a big amount. No, last night this ended up being a really nice retest last night during the Tokyo session, and I didn't take it. I wish I did. If you kind of go back over here a little bit. This last night session, yeah, right here, man. See how we got that finally, that nice little bounce off that here it is. I think it was in this area here. Let me see. Did I miss it? Nope. It's right here. You can see we were just bouncing off this pivot like crazy last night. Then we finally went up like 100 points. But since I'm only looking for like a flat 30 points, so I try to just, because I'm trading on small accounts. I'm trading on 25Ks and 50K like prop firms. So I'm only looking to try to make $120 to $150 per day with my accounts. So if I keep that up, I should reach payout on this other Bewley within the next 2 weeks. And that's just making $120 a day. And I can do the same with my Lucif account. With Lucif, I still need to make, I'm almost past my Lucif eval. I need to make, what, 1250? I got to get to 1250. We're at 993. So what is that, like $300, $250 left to pass my Lucif? Then after that one, we're going to switch over and try our hand with Take Profit Trader. That is probably one account that I've always wanted, but they're so expensive that I don't really ever buy them unless I get like a free one. Yeah, we're the member. Oh, good old methodical man. But yeah, the Take Profit Traders one that I wish I could have because they have like those daily payouts. I think you only got to get to like $250 to take daily payouts above your threshold. The last time I got a free account that I ended up blowing it. I don't know what it is about free accounts. You just don't treat it the same as the ones that you pay for. You're like, it was free. Bewley's 75. I was hoping hopefully next week Bewley will give us a better discount than the 75% here. It says my ass was being greedy trading after hours like 8 p.m. Hey, I trade after hours too. I trade Tokyo every night, man. But the one lesson that I learned from 2 weeks ago, I blew a eval in the Tokyo session. We had one of those Black Swan events, man, where we sold off like 200 points. And I held on to my account. I'm like, we're going to hold this and try to DCA back into it. And we just ended up just hitting max drawdown from holding it, not letting it go. So now we just take our losses. Just take it. Yeah, we use Apex, Bulanox, and like I said, Elusive. All my funded accounts are with Bulanox and Apex. I'm working on trying to get a funded account with Elusive. That's what we're working on now. Like I said, it's a 25K, so I got to get to 1250. So we're at 25,993 at the moment. So I still got to try to muster out another couple $100. Yeah, I guess the reason why I use Elusive because I have plenty of subscribers who are using Elusive, so I thought I'd use Elusive with them. So usually I just stick to the prop firms that I've been just using for a while. Like usually I only use Apex and Bulanox, but recently we started using Elusive. They don't really have bad counts to try to get payouts. I mean, if you're not trying to like retire off some of those Elusive accounts, I mean, dude, you can make nice little paychecks because as soon as it's funded, I only got to make $1,000 to get a $500 payout. So their threshold's not very high. And Tradeify, I know they've been around a while, but I never really used them. And that's only because I used to trade like the cheaper 90% off accounts with Apex and Bulanox. My feelings would be hurt blowing up one of those expensive accounts. Oh. Maybe after I'm done with my Elusive account, then maybe we can get to our take profit account. Then I'll look into Tradeify. I try not to have more than a couple, like 2 evals at a time. So right now I have 2 evals that we're trading. And usually that's what you guys see most of the day, what I'm trading between the 10 and 11 o'clock hour. That first 30 minutes is usually whenever I'm trading my fundeds. Dude, does anybody think that we can go back up to that gap fill up at 400? Anybody feel like we could go back up there today? Any takers, fish lips? Or do you think we just go back to the 50% before we reverse? I mean, this is a pretty wild looking order block right here, guys. I mean, this thing's got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-minute candles right here. I just don't see it coming back and getting through that. And the ES recovered those 904s that we were talking about from earlier. Dude, what if you were able to take that trade off the 970 that we were talking about? I didn't either this morning, Fish Lips. I had no idea that we're going, I knew we were going to have a little pullback. I was thinking 300 this morning. You think we could get back up for that gap fill in up there at what? 420, 320, 340 is the gap fill in. Right now, we're just targeting the 50% pullback of the total move. Nope. Mate don't think so. Yes, this thinks so. So we'll see. I'm not going to target. That's a long ways up there. I'd rather just try to re-enter. It's like, do we get a retest of all these wicks here? Back at the 25. If we pull back to the 25, it's going to be very tempting to add here. Come on. Oh, could it not get down there to add? Nope. Might not get tagged in. We're just going to be looking for 5 or 10 points. Dude, that thing just barely did it. I think it just missed me. It missed me. I don't know how much I like it for that second push. That can get kind of scurry. It dropped to 450 points. Yeah, that's it missed us. Look at that crap, man. That thing literally ticked me by like a half a point. We were just trying to get a quick 10 points out of that. I'm not sure about the second move. The second move is kind of scary to me. Sometimes if you miss your entry on these like pullbacks like this, sometimes that second one you get just trashed. Oh, you're thinking maybe we get back to the 25,000s? I didn't know how hard it would be for us to get through all of these. like these 4 or 5 candles here. I mean, that's a lot of wicks here. You dirty. Look at that. How close did that thing come? That thing came down. It missed us by 2 ticks, guys. 2 ticks. Come on, that's just dirty. And you know, if I keep it here and try the second time, it's going to blast it. And then I'm out $50 because we were just trying to grab a quick like 50 to $100 for a retracement off of that. Since we had 4 5-minute candles sitting there. So I don't know if we can withstand a second or third hit. And man, I was literally on top of those wicks. We got about 1.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Got a lot of wicks sitting at the 20 level too, so we could push back down there and get another bounce off of the 20 level. So we're going to keep it there and see if we get a bounce off of the 20. Boom. One minute left, guys. 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. Dude, if this thing, man, if this prints right here, this is another order block too. Man, maybe we just just jump in with 5 here. Ten seconds. We just got to wait and see what happens with this next 5-minute candle. Does it pull back down and retest the 20s first? Because we still got a lot of wicks down at 20s. Or does it just blast this 3-candle price action? It might not get, it would have to get back through here. It would be almost like another 4-candle setup. But a lot of times if you get a big green candle, red candle, and another green candle, that next candle continues higher. Oh, it never fails, guys. Get your little 3 5-minute order block there. Double order blocks. Shoot. Off to the races. Now, if we push up, you can almost get maybe another bounce off of the 50s here. If this next candle can print and push up, come back and retest these area, retest those 50s on top of those 3 candles. We're on Ninja Trader. We only have probably 10, 15 more minutes left of streaming, guys, and we got to head out. But we will be back tonight for the Tokyo session, or Asia market. Watching some paint dry, maybe, or maybe not. Last night we had some okay movement. We didn't have the biggest movements, but we were at least getting some 10 and 15 point moves. I mean, nothing to really write home about, but still getting some okay price action for Asia. Dude, I don't know if the one guy who did this indicator that's in Methodical Man's lobby comes over here, but man, that 70 level that we sat there and watched, man, if I knew we were going to get that was the bottom, that would have been insane, because that was only hourly for that 70. Then the next one up, I was like, okay, we had to recover the 904s. So, and we recovered those 904s, man. It's just been straight to the moon. What? Probably all the way back up to 30 on the ES. Yeah, fish slips. I've been using that one indicator that Methodical Man shared. So I'm able to put Manzini's levels in the charts. So they're automatically in there for me now. It's in Methodical Man's lobby. Methodical Man's Discord. I'm sorry, Methodical Man's Discord. It's for Quantower and for Ninja. And all you have to do is just upload the levels every day, and it puts them in there for you off his page. Just put them in there, support and resistant lines. All you got to do is just copy paste, and it puts them all in there for you. Then just read his letter. That was your first 90 hit. So hopefully this next push up, I should get my entry. The retest of the 50. Is that down there? It is down there. So close. So this will be the last trade of the morning, guys. We won't be streaming this evening. Maybe tomorrow we'll stream longer. I don't have anything I have to go do at lunchtime tomorrow. So see. Possible 30 pullback here. Nope. To the 45s. Didn't quite get down there. Oh, I'm sorry if I missed the message. It says, oh, okay. X. He was looking for more followers to go live. Okay. That's up to anybody in the lobby if they want to follow X. Our final target, we're looking for the 50% of the pullback, sitting at 25,110. And I feel like the ES, if the ES could break the, these 18s, 19s right there, we should get a push up to 25 to 30. And that's on the ES levels. Now, where we could get a deeper pullback here on the ES, we could pull back and retest all those wicks that are sitting on top of like the 910 to 904. You can do it. 50 more points. All right, about to get a new 5-minute candle. So we did get the retest. That was a possible good ad spot. You know, if you missed out on the whole trade, you would try to grab your entries on the pullbacks back into these 3-candle setups. So those are almost like buying entries back into order blocks. And just look for like 5 or 10 points, then maybe look for a runner to add on to it or something. Just take that quick hit. But right now we're just kind of just losing our volume. It is 11:30, so this is definitely getting into that lunchtime where we could just start chopping pretty badly. So there's nothing worse than some lunchtime chop. We usually don't take entries or trade into the lunch hour when it hits 12 o'clock. A lot of times I have had good mornings and I continue trading into the lunch and I always end up losing most of my profit. Because it's just kind of chopping. Now, if this thing does pull back down to the 20, I probably will try to add if for some reason we do pull back down that way. Because we could easily get one of these 25 pullbacks. Come back down there, retest the 25 at the run in the 75 and the 50. A lot of our entries are usually, like I said, off and around whole numbers. Usually I like to always take my entries like where I'm like, say, 10 or 15 points away from the whole number. Because most time we run those whole numbers, and that way you can get you a quick 10 points. All right, another 50 retest. I want to say 20 was the level here. Or 34, actually. We could hit 34 right here. That would be your 50 EMA here on the Ricos. That would be your first hit. The 34s. trying to take a 25 bounce here. See if we can hold these levels one more time. All right. Don't want to lose the 20s. 20s is kind of my line in the sand here. Shit, we just lost 20s. We're about to get dumped on. And we could be going back into filling that one gap that somebody brought up a while ago, all the way down at what, 950? Ooh, we hit that 25. Scary. Oh, damn it. We're like a point off from hitting those add-ins. 25 is going to be my line in the sand here, guys. Or 25,000 will be my line in the sand. We only got 14 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. This next candle could print and just blast to the downside. Especially if it breaks this, more likely we're going back down. It breaks the low of this candle. I'm just looking for a measly 5-point pullback here. Right now we're down 125 in the red on this actual move. $50. All right. Got out of the contracts. Now we're just back down to 1 micro. That is totally up to you, because I've been in this for a long time, Kenny. We got this big gap to the downside that we could fill in. These are just my runners. So I have been probably in this position probably for the last at least 30 minutes. And we've been adding. So that's kind of what we've been doing. We've just been, oh, damn it. The ES just, okay. We got to be careful here because the ES just lost those 904s. So we need the ES to recover those 904s here. So you want to see this kind of a failed breakdown, and you want to see us start pushing back up here. If we can't recover the 904s, it's probably going to be a downtown. You can see we got some resistance here at the 904s. It's just the ES is struggling because you can see how many times we've hit it here. So hopefully we don't have to have too deep of a pullback for us to get back above the 900s. And the ES could be going all the way back down and filling this gap at the 90s. So this could be our sell-off that it looks like our runner's about to get stopped out anyway. Like I said, I got to be done trading. There's just one micro that we have left in there. Yeah, it's going down. The ES is selling down. If you want to still look for longs, the ES would have to recover that 904. Then you want to find resistance. Like this is how you want to look at your failed breakdown. You want to see the 50 to 60% holdback kind of back into discount. And then you want to see us reclaim the 04s. If the ES can reclaim the 04s, you should get another big move back to the upside. There's the 50. All right, ES needs to hold up here. This is where ES needs to start recovering to move back to the top side. Oh, I just noticed on the, I just noticed that we just hit a wick up there. 25,090. I didn't even notice that. We had a pivot sitting at the 90-95 area. So we may get a bounce here. So this is the retest of 81. So this is where we need to see a bounce. If 81 holds, it should push back up. Now, if you start losing 81s, because that's a pivot. So this is kind of like the retest of the pivot here. How is it? I got to leave here in a few minutes, guys. But thank you guys for hanging out, following. Hopefully you didn't get trapped in any nasty trades today. Like I said, I only look for one good trade in the morning. The rest of the days are a little bit more on the aggressive side because we're trading evals. But whenever we're trading our fundeds, that's the trade that we're looking for. Some kind of Pacific support. So right now the 81's holding. So hopefully this will be the bottom right here. You're stuck at the top? You didn't have a stop loss? Where? How far up top are you stuck? No stop loss? Man, you got to have a stop loss. Woo. Scurry. Where was your entry at, Ray? I'm hoping this is the bounce spot for us to move back up here. Another quick 10 points. The 81 was your bounce spot. The pivots are paying the bills, guys. Got to follow the pivots. And if the ES can recover the 04, we should get a nice move back up to the upside. So we pulled right back into discount. And pretty much what you want to say, your golden pocket here, 60%. Do we go towards the fours, the four hunts? Are you talking about back up to those 340s? Got to get back above the 304s here. If we can reclaim the 304s, you should get another push up. But if we run into the 304s and we cannot make it through there, you're going to have to, unfortunately, may have to pull back a little farther. So this would be a failed breakdown of the 04s. The white line. Are you on the ES, Ray? Looks like my runner's going to get stopped out here. $24,992. Let's see. I guess let's see. I'm not sure what I'm asking. The 992 mark. Oh, that's the previous day low mark there. The low while ago that we were talking about was the pivot. So that trade was based off on the pivot bounce. The one that we just took the little 10 points off of was based off on the pivot. A lot of times on those first pivot hits, you'll get a nice little bounce. I don't know if we end up trading back up to the top of the pivot, which is, and I didn't notice that because I wasn't watching this while ago. You can see that we almost made it back up there to the top of the range as far as your pivots go. Now where it gets scary if you start losing this 80 level. See, my runner just got stopped out. And see, now we're creating kind of that order block to the downside. Or I guess you can call this a head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulders. Is that usually a bullish move, the head and shoulders? I'm not sure if anybody here trades that pattern. I don't trade it. So I didn't know. I'll hang out for like another 5 more minutes. I probably won't take any more entries. Like I said, if we start losing those 80s guys, we could have a nice push down. But hopefully we just get another bounce, especially if you're in a long. Let's see. Let's see what head and shoulders is that like I said, is that bullish? I guess it depends on which way it goes, huh? Oh, it depends if it's a bullish. Okay. So that is a bullish head and shoulders. At least I think. This was the one area that somebody in the lobby talked about a while ago. We could have this gap pullback here before we move to the upside. For anybody that trades that way. Because we made a low. We push back up, then the pullback into your 5-minute gap. If the gap holds, I think they usually get long out of it. I don't know. Does anybody here trade that? Is anybody here trading the gaps like that? Ray, how deep are you into your drawdown? Or is your account going to be able to survive that much of a pullback? Hopefully this is our bounce spot. It says, where did you enter? A while ago, I entered with that bounce off the 81, but we only got 10 points. I'm not going to buy any more positions this evening. Like I said, I have to leave here in like a few minutes. We've taken quite a bit of trades today. We probably did a lot of add-in though. We kept adding in, try to like get 5 points here and there with 5 contracts. So we try to make like an extra like $50. We did that multiple times today. But I got wrecked in fees. My fees today, because of how many micros that we were trading at times, just got destroyed in fees. Somebody a while ago was talking about we needed to pull back into this, clear up this gap here. So, excuse me. What's up, man? Sorry if I don't recognize your name there. I don't know why don't they allow you to read like other countries' names in English over here. Or maybe there's not an English name for that. I'm not sure. Or is there an English name for your part? At? I mean, I guess that'd be like asking me if I have a name in like Asia, like some kind of Asia language, like I would know. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what my name is in Spanish. Husk. I don't really have much of a daily targets / stop loss. Well, I do have a stop loss, but when I'm trading evals for my funded account, it's usually 120 and 120. So I kind of look for a 1-for-1 because I'm just trading. I'm trading 3 micros on my fundeds, looking for 1 to 2 trades a day. So this was the account that we got 120 on. So I just took 1 funded trade. That's usually what I try to take. If you see me repeatedly making multiple trades, those are always eval trades. I'd never do that on funded accounts. It's usually the best way to stay consistency on your fundeds without jacking them up. Because usually if I sit here and take all these trades on my funded like I'm on the eval, those things would be wrecked. I found out if you can just trade your fundeds once a day or twice max, you don't destroy them as bad. So for instance, if I'm able to keep this routine up, I should be at another payout in the next 8 to 9 days. So, because we have to get to $2,600 to get a payout. Then once I'm still waiting on another payout, like I was supposed to get it this Wednesday, but I messed it up when I filled out my paperwork. So I put the wrong email in there. So they denied the payout. So I got to wait till next Wednesday to get it. So unfortunately, my other funded account, I won't be able to trade. Actually, man, I need to take a trade on that account. Let's see here. Like it has to be a quick in and out. Yeah, dude. Son of a bitch. Why did that cost me $9 for 1 micro? Oh no, I thought it, God damn it. I lost $10 on that shit. What the crap? That means I may have to resubmit my freaking funded account because I requested 1,030 and now I'm sitting at 1,039. Oh, I swear. May have to resubmit that. Dude, cannot believe I just did that. Okay. Woo. We got it. I got $5 more back. I didn't mean to. You can't let your account sit for more than what do you want to call it? 7 days. So tomorrow will be my 7th day of it sitting. Because we requested 1,030, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Whew, that was almost nerve-wracking. Let's get off of those accounts. All right, so now I don't have to worry about it. All right, thank you guys. Everyone have a good evening. Be careful if you're trading during the lunch hour. Thank you guys for hanging out and sharing information today. And we'll be back for Tokyo session. Thank you.